I kidnapped a 13-year-old girl and locked her in my apartment. And that sounds really bad, except for she was being forced into prostitution by a gang, and I got a hold of her mom and sent her back home. Look at the Bible, what Jesus Christ said to do. Nobody does that. San Francisco was an unbelievable paradise in 1978. That's good. I drove around while playing a saxophone or clarinet for 20 years. And even though I'm old, you try to touch my clarinet, I'll break your wrist. I could do it. I could do that.
That's Dean.
He's crazy. He's been doing this a long time.
He got me here in 9.5 minutes. We were doing 78 miles an hour down Market Street, blowing red lights.
And he's a criminal. He's got some criminal enterprises that he's doing.
People will tell me things in the taxi that they wouldn't tell anybody else. At one point I made $700 a day. Now it's like the morons.
The future of driving could be no one behind the wheel. That's what the autonomous driving tech company Waymo is hoping.
Waymo is now opening up the service to everyone in San Francisco.
The company says it operates more than 700 driverless vehicles.
I mean, right now, they're Waymo's numero uno.
Fuck the Waymo. No, put a bomb in it. Stuff a bomb up the tailpipe, make it explode.
We begin tonight with that SFPD investigation after a Waymo self-driving car was vandalized and set on fire.
You know, technology will destroy humanity. And the most important thing in life is reality. We're getting a front row seat to the apocalypse, and there's a carriage there with a headless horseman in it. The robots are taking over. You don't need people anymore. This is owned by Google, and I don't like Google. I like shit that's real. This is a serious investigation. It's a very serious investigation here. So Waymo got assaulted.
What was it again? Documentary forever.
Let me get my seatbelt in here. Can I get a cocktail maybe? Cause wine, liquor.
Well, why don't you just buy a bottle? Yeah. It's legal to drink in the back of the taxi. We can call this a bar.
You don't have $20 for a cocktail?
$20?
That's how much a cocktail costs now.
What the fuck? We ain't gonna get a cocktail. Don't ask me to get a $20 cocktail. Where's the store? Okay. Where's the store that's open?
I want to hang out with cool guys.
All right. Well,
like cool hot guys. Is that cool? Please.
Will you take her in the bar and have a drink with her?
You inviting me for a drink?
Yeah, you'll have fun with her.
Not available right now.
Fuck.
Hey, I got a joke for you, okay? What do you have when you look at your paycheck and the government took half of your money out? You have a job.
That's not a joke.
That's a job.
That's reality. Do you want to ride somewhere? Anybody want to ride?
Don't fucking get in my face.
I'm not in your face. That's not a very good attitude. The hostility's on the uprise. Eric! Quit flirting with the guy's girlfriend. You're flirting with her.
No, I'm not flirting.
Yes, you are.
Look, you're the flirter, man. Okay.
Were you flirting with my girlfriend?
Yes. But I originally started driving cab in Oakland in 1985. I was 23. Yeah. Well, the 90s were a blur, man, I'm telling you. There's Jack.
I don't even have a phone tonight.
Would you like
Here, Eric, fuck up this Waymo.
How am I going to do that?
I don't know. Just make it uncomfortable.
What do I have to lose? My career and job's almost, gone. So you see him everywhere. Everywhere.
Anybody want to ride? No.
We're waiting, Waymo.
You're waiting for Waymo? No way.
It's more easy. So I pick up my phone.
Yeah.
I open the app.
It's too simple. Too simple.
Easier.
Okay, too simple. Too simple. Too simple.
Yeah. Waymo is arriving.
What the fuck? Hey, wait a second. You said. Let me see this fucking thing. Hey, okay. What if they did this with Italian wine?
Italian wine.
Italian wine. Would you want AI make your wine?
I don't make.
You don't.
I don't make.
Hasta la vista. You can't have things do everything for you. I've watched people get stupid. I used to walk around in 1978. I'd walk around the street and meet geniuses, brilliant people all over the place. San Francisco was an unbelievable paradise in 1978. The average person worked part-time because the rent was cheap and everybody was partying.
All the way.
No.
Eric! Can we smoke in here?
Smoke anything you want to. No crack.
You have head on your feet that stinks.
Is that right? What is a chair head? It was a lot of fun. Everybody's really friendly. There's no trash in the street, no homeless people. Hang out in front of the strip clubs and take the fools over. I'd say, hey, you want the real thing? I could hook you up down the street. And I had 22 different whores that I could bring them to, and they'd give me $30. They gradually took away all the things that made it interesting. When they switched to digital, I was pissed.
It's fucking cyberbots everywhere, bro.
Humans can only see in one direction, but the car, the LiDAR, spins around.
Waymos don't drink, Waymos don't smoke, they're robots.
I think maybe it's cheaper than Lyft, so it should be a little cheaper.
Why should it be cheaper?
Because there's no driver. You're not paying for the driver.
I'm Afghan. Do you know Afghan? Where is Afghanistan? You heard the name?
Yes.
Where did you hear the name?
On the news.
We came in here to make money to feed the family. Run away, my money, man.
I like my job, but right now it's tough. Last 12 years is a hell.
Hell?
Hell. I think I am in a hell.
I noticed that they get stuck in intersections and stuff like that a lot.
I'm probably gonna wait a while before I can hit the one until they work out all the kinks.
Do you work for Amazon?
I used to work for Amazon. Yeah. I'd say working as a driver is better than in the warehouse. It's like pee in bottles. Put it there.
I think every experiment needs a bad example. I think if you're gonna prove out driverless cars, you have to have a harsh environment. And I think you have to subject it to a lot of problems. So you can't prove out a system unless you pressure test it. It's gonna suck and everyone's gonna hate it.
I'm gonna make sure nobody steals my clarinet. I've got a rare clarinet in there. I don't care if they steal the cab, but I don't want them stealing my clarinet. Yes, this is Mr. Singh. He's a fabulous Sikh. He's a Sikh. He's a Punjabi. Great people, great people. Oh, fuck. You, come here. This is a crazy guy from India.
Oh my goodness, you fucking back to same shit again? Dean and I go back a long way. I do programming.
Oh, you're a tech fuck, huh?
I am a fuck to buck.
You're a tech fuck?
Yeah.
Why do you drive a taxi if you're doing the tech shit?
Well, that's my different. This is.
Well, you can ask me why. I'm a psychologist, and why am I doing the tech?
I started a new group chat, and I kicked out the fat little weasel Barry. So
Barry Toronto?
Yeah, I kicked him out.
What the fuck do you even have him in there for?
Well, that's why I started a whole new group.
So you interviewed Ben? Yeah. He's a little bit of a character.
How long have you been doing this? 20 years. Yeah, 20 years.
I don't really, he's not a good because he actually does Uber and Lyft too, which is a problem. So he's not really an ethical person. I'm sorry.
You know, if you're making minimum wage, what are you going to do? You have to get creative, right?
He's extremely desperate for money. He does anything. And I have ethics and will not do anything to do with Uber or Lyft because the companies exploit the worker. Unfortunately, the streets are very, very dangerous now, and the interference of Waymo with traffic.
The new system sucks.
It sucks. Oh, yeah. Well, they can always change the system. Once you get used to it and you start working it, they're going to change it because they're going to keep you confused, keep you under control, and you're going to get fucked, and you're going to accept it. You're going to love getting fucked.
So I mean, in the era of Uber, you don't make a lot of money. You try to save for the future. Everyone, if you're smart, you're going to save for the future. So you just find the cheapest housing you can. So this is the cheapest housing I can find. So if I'm working till 5 or 6 in the morning, I just come down in here into my little isolation chamber. I have a glass of whiskey because it's been like a 12-hour day, and then I'll video chat with my wife in Africa, and then I just fucking, oh dude, it's 6 in the morning. I gotta fucking go to sleep. And that's it. That's my life. My wife is over here on the wall. I'm waiting for immigration to let her in. And, you know, my wife is pretty open-minded. And she's like, babe, I understand you're a man, you know, until we're together, you're going to need to do some stuff. But she says, babe, I don't want any other woman in our bed. You find it, you go out to the bushes, you do something out there. So I don't have girls down here because it's Violet's rules, you know. Problem is the girls get in the cab and they're like rubbing on me and they're saying you're handsome and all this shit, and I have to be like, hey, I've got a wife, you know. And it's a lot of stress. I mean, every day I think like, what am I going to do with my life? How am I going to make this all work? I can't live in a garage if I'm going to have kids. I just find it really disheartening. Like when I'm out driving around and I'm trying to make money and there's people ordering the Waymo right in front of you and you're like, you'd rather give your money to a fucking robot than a person.
You waiting for a Waymo?
Yeah.
Do you like Waymo?
I like the service. I think the one thing that I like the most is having time to myself in the car.
Having what?
Having time to myself. It's cool just having yourself, being alone.
And I love Waymo. Oh, and I love Waymo.
What's your favorite thing about it?
But I don't have to talk to anyone.
That's, you know, they don't understand, man. There's certain aspects of the human experience that people are missing out on already, and they're going to just close the door on it. Kids growing up are confused and anxious and suffering from anxiety and depression and can't communicate. So where's it going to go? You know, it's not good.
Autonomous vehicles are everywhere on the streets of San Francisco, and the word on the street is that robotaxi sex is a thing.
They're fucking in the autonomous vehicles.
They're fucking in the back of the. They're fucking in the back of those.
But they're on camera. It's not legal to fuck in the back of a taxi cab.
We mean it's not legal to fucking back. Why have people tried to fuck in the back of my cab? I don't like it. It's like, if I'm not fucking in this cab, nobody's fucking in this cab. That's how I look at it, you know.
Can I ask you a question?
What's that?
What do you think the legacy of the 20th century is?
What do you mean?
What did the 20th century offer to, you know, shitheads like us who are this age?
The 20th century.
Oh, hey, wait. Hey. No, do you want to get in? Do you want to get in? You want to take a taxi?
I got this car right here, man.
How does that make you feel?
I don't give a shit.
What are you showing me?
What am I showing you? That's inside of my house.
Where?
In Kentucky. I drove a taxi here for years. I used to live here, but this is not a place to live anymore.
Can you give us a ride home?
Yeah, sure.
Jesus Christ, dude.
What are you, from Nebraska or something?
As I supposed to know that my stone was gonna roll away down in the valley. How was I supposed to see all the fishes in the sea that swam on without me? I was just a little stone at the bottom of the sea. The waves were gushing over me. How was I supposed to keep all of my sheep when the hill's so steep? How was I supposed to know that my stone was gonna roll away down in the valley to the ocean? Floating along with the strangest notion.
You want to do cash?
What'll it be?
$22. All right, you have a good night. Make sure you watch my video.
Thank you.
Well, that motherfucker didn't tell me shit, man.
Well, what would you say to Dean if you were to leave him a voicemail?
Why didn't you say goodbye? Or why didn't you let me know you were splitting? I mean, I didn't know he was leaving. I just saw him a few days ago.
Why is he important to you?
Because he's a friend. Yeah.
This is a book from Japan, and there's this passage that my dear friend Eric is going to read, and it's completely fucking relevant.
You lost it, huh?
You didn't dog ear the special page?
No, I've massively fucked up.
You have to read
You guys should fire him now. Really.
As if I was getting fucking paid to do this.
Well, you know. Well,
it's not 127.
Twin Peaks is now closed. The gates are being locked. Twin Peaks is now closed.
Fuck off.
Time to go. Do not want to be locked.
All right, find the page for me, bitch.
I've never.
Hold on. There it is.
I've never seen.
I found it, motherfucker. Get into character.
Okay. Of course, there are all kinds of offbeat types among the drivers. Men who used to be school teachers, fishermen, priests, painters. It's hard work physically, but it's different from other work. The relationship between the men is not troublesome. It's a good job for someone who finds it congenial always to be his own master. But you can't always have aspirations for the future. All year long you keep running for other people's purposes and you get to feel pretty insecure, wondering where in the world you yourself are going to get. To some people on the outside, they were considered regular men of the world sailing from one corner of the earth to the other. But they weren't at all. Such a queer profession.
Stop there.
Huh?
Stop there.
Okay.
No, a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get the fuck out of here.
It's a wrap. Great work.
These guys do.
Kentucky would join 23 states that have explicitly authorized the testing and deployment of autonomous vehicles.